Hello friends, in this video we'll talk about basic amino acids. So we will try to identify introduction, the basic amino acids, that is our lysine, arginine and histidine, and applied aspect. So as I already told you, what are the basic amino acids? Lysine, arginine and histidine, out of which lysine will be essential and ketogenic. Arginine and histidine will be semi-essential and glycogenic amino acids. Remember, let's see the lysine. In that, the synthesis of carnitine is the most important. So whenever the question carnitine comes, I want you to write this synthesis of carnitine also along with the carnitine shuttle, which is happening in the beta oxidation. Let us see with synthesis of carnitine. It's very easy. So, starting product epsilon N trimethyl lysine. I repeat, epsilon N trimethyl lysine. On alpha Kg dioxygenase, oxygen to CO2, alpha ketoglutarate to succinate. Just the word beta hydroxy is added. So, for first step and second, from first molecule, second molecule, difference is only this, beta hydroxy. So, beta hydroxy is added. Beta hydroxy epsilon N trimethyl lysine. Then on enzyme serine hydroxymethyl transferase, have we come across this important enzyme? Yes, glycine to serine by hydroxymethyl transferase. So glycine should be released. We'll get gamma butyrobutane aldehyde. Okay, semi-aldehyde will come in acetyl-CoA synthesis. Okay. Then on dehydrogenase, NAD plus to NADH2 will get gamma butyrobutane. So remember, for this step, aldehyde is removed. So when we put dehydrogenase here, just remove the word aldehyde, you will get gamma butyrobutane. That's all. Continuation. What we did in the first step, that was epsilon N trimethyl lysine to beta hydroxy epsilon N trimethyl lysine. I told you, extra word you should add there is beta hydroxy. What was the enzyme? Alpha Kg dioxygenase, alpha ketoglutarate to succinate and oxygen to CO2. Same enzyme and conversion will be applicable to the last step also. So remember, first step and last step, same enzyme and same conversion. Okay? But the reactant product is different. Here we have gamma butyrobutane straight away to carnitine, but there we have epsilon N trimethyl lysine to addition of the beta hydroxy, that becomes beta hydroxy epsilon N trimethyl lysine. So what is the importance of carnitine in beta oxidation? We'll see in just a while. And it is also present in our diet. So whatever the fruits, vegetables and milk products you are eating in your homes, it is having this important carnitine. Okay. So this is the role in beta oxidation. I will explain. So in the cytosol, acyl-CoA, remember beta oxidation, we got fatty acid to acyl-CoA. So that acyl-CoA we are getting now. So acyl-CoA combines with carnitine. There is a release of CoA SH, we'll get acyl carnitine. So through the CAT receptor, that is the carnitine acyl transferase. So two receptors, one will be in the cytosol, second one in the mitochondria. So acyl carnitine from the cytosol is going into the mitochondria. Then the reverse is happening in the mitochondria. Okay. So I told you about the cytosol, exactly reverse process in the mitochondria. What is it? There is a release of acyl-CoA which is newly generated, free carnitine released, enters into the cytosol once again through CAT receptor, but this time CAT2 receptor. CAT1 was transferring acyl carnitine from where? Cytosol to mitochondria. Okay. Let us see with the next amino acid now, arginine. So arginine. On arginase enzyme, remember urea cycle last step. Remember, it's very easy. Remember the last step of urea cycle which I told you in the urea cycle video. Arginine to Ornithine, right? There was arginase enzyme, water to urea. We were getting ornithine. Now, this ornithine on transamination, alpha ketoglutarate to glutamine, there is a transamination. We'll get glutamate 5 semialdehyde. Okay? We'll get the same from proline. So, proline on oxidation will become pyrroline 5 carboxylate. That on non-enzymatic reactions will get glutamate 5 semialdehyde. So, very easy. Just remember the last step of urea cycle. Okay, and we got ornithine there. Now just add a transaminase enzyme to ornithine. You will get glutamate 5 semialdehyde. Okay. Now this glutamate 5 semialdehyde on dehydrogenase, what happens? We are getting glutamate. So easy way to remember, I'll tell you. You're adding dehydrogenase here. So while adding dehydrogenase, remove this semialdehyde. Remove that semialdehyde term, simply will get glutamate. Now glutamate will form alpha ketoglutarate. Okay. Now let us go with the histidine. So histidine, on histidase enzyme, on histidase there is urocanate. Urocanate on urocanase enzyme. Remember, ase is an important word. Just easy, in place of T write S. So it becomes urocanase. Here also histidine is there. Just add the word AS. So histidase. Okay. So I repeat from starting. Histidine on histidase enzyme. Urocanate. Urocanate on urocanase enzyme. There is hydrolysis to form 4-imidazole 5-propionate. This is an intermediate, remember. 4-imidazole 5-propionate. Okay. And from that 4-imidazole 5-propionate, we are going to get Fig-Glue by hydrolysis again. So 2 times hydrolysis, where urocanate to 4-imidazole 5-propionate. I told you the important enzyme, urocanase. Again continuation, 4-imidazole 5-propionate to Fig-Glue. There is hydrolysis. Okay. So I already told you before, glutamate was forming alpha ketoglutarate. And we were getting from glutamine through glutaminase. Okay. That's important. This is important for ammonia excretion from the body. Glutamine to glutamate, most effective. Okay. Now let us go with the arginine once again. In the arginine, the important thing I want you to add one more, that is the nitric oxide. This can be for very short notes. Okay. It's highly important. So how is nitric oxide formed? Arginine to citrulline by simple enzyme NO synthase, oxygen to NO. I repeat once again, arginine on NO synthase, oxygen to NO will get citrulline. What are the functions of NO? Vasodilation. Remember, dilation means reduction of the BP. Constriction increases BP. Okay, remember that point. So vasodilation prevents platelet adhesion. It's inhibitory neurotransmitter. Bactericidal action. It was in recent studies, it was found useful for penile erection also. And half-life is hardly 5 seconds. So just remember 4 important points which I am telling you now. Vasodilation, inhibition of platelet adhesion, inhibitory neurotransmitter and bactericidal action. Let us see the applied aspect. Just remember 2 things, argininemia and histidinemia. I told you in urea cycle regarding argininemia, where arginine was more in the blood. Enzyme is arginase. What was it converting? Water to, what was it converting? Arginine to ornithine. What was the conversion? Water to urea, right? Remember this, spastic diplegia. So there can be frequent muscle spasm. It's more arginine leads to paralysis of the muscles. Okay. And then histidinemia. There is more histidine in the blood. histidase enzyme. What was it catalyzing? Let's go back to that step. Okay, I'll tell you this part. Histidine to urocanate, histidase was there. That enzyme is deficient in histidinemia, and there is no treatment for histidinemia. It causes mild mental retardation and slurry speech. That means patient cannot be able to tell properly. Like for example, if he wants to tell the doctor that I'm having fever, he will not be able to tell that I'm having fever properly. That is what happens in histidinemia. Okay. So the references from where the images were taken. That brings us to end of the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.